families of victims of the November 11, 1994 massacre, together with other victims of human rights violations during the regime of Yahya Jammeh, have condemned in the strongest possible terms the approval of an amnesty for former AFPRC junta member Sanna Sabally by Gambia's Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission, Amnesty Committee and Commissioners. Relatives of the victims also urged the Gambia government through the Minister of Justice to disregard the recommendation, calling it outrageous. Mafuji Sise has the details in this report.
Fadu Sow, wife of the late Fafa Sanyang, stressed that the former vice chair of the Armed Forces Professional Ruling Council, Sanna Sabally, should not be granted amnesty, citing that Sanna did not express remorse for killing 11 November soldiers allegedly involved in the failed coup.
Amnesty that was given by the TRRC Amnesty Committee in terms of ensuring that Sanna Sabally be given amnesty. I think that is outrageous, and it is discouraging and disheartening to hear. And against that background, that is why this meeting has been organized.
Aissatou Marong, a family of the late Sergeant Basiru Kamara, says they were with the belief that President Barrow's administrations would have wiped their tears, but things turned otherwise, as one of the alleged killers of her husband is given an amnesty. For her part, Aissatou Marong is with the opinion that granting amnesty to the most famous second-in-command of the junta could have been the trigger by what she called dramatizing his testimony, but all that aside, should not have been granted amnesty. The duo call on the government to look into the issues of Sanna and reject his amnesty. Adama Jallo stressed that granting Sanna Sabally amnesty is outrageous, discouraging and disheartening to hear. Serif Kijera, chairman of the Victim Center, disclosed that his institution is appointed, devastated and disheartening at the decision taken by the Truth Commission.
The amnesty granted to Sanna Sabally, we are so disappointed, we are devastated, we are disheartened by the decision taken by the TRRC. After all the hard work and the tremendous work that they have, done in the work of the commission, for them to only come up with a recommendation granting amnesty to Sanna Sabally. Sanna Sabally confessed to the killing, unlawful and illegal killing, extrajudicial execution of 11 innocent soldiers that were captured and in their custody, already in their custody. Sanna Sabally confessed to giving, a command, to be in a command responsibility, and also to be, taking part in the shooting of the 11 soldiers that were, captured by them, that were in their detention. I think it is wrong, for TRRC, to grant Sanna Sabally amnesty. We are calling and urging on the government through the Ministry of Justice to reject that recommendation of the TRRC. It is unacceptable, it is repugnant, it is a travesty of justice. So we condemn in the strongest possible terms that the victims' community, they are not happy with the decision. We are disappointed. We will do further consultation with the relevant stakeholders, including the Ministry of Justice and the TRRC. We have an MOU with the TRRC. By all indication, I think the TRRC failed in their responsibility and their commitment to honor that MOU that we have with them. There should have been a consultation with all the victims-led organizations with regards to the drafting of the policy and regulations of amnesty. But we have never been consulted. We engaged the Ministry of Justice a couple of months ago, I think about 8 weeks ago, with regards to the Amnesty Committee, with regards to the work of the Amnesty Committee and the lack of amnesty policy and regulations for a wider consultation, for the victims community and the CSOs to have their input in that policy. I think it's a disappointment on the work of the TRRC.
It could be recalled that Sanna Sabally was granted amnesty by the Truth Commission, while the longest former vice president of the 22 years dictatorial rule of Yahya Jammeh, Aïssatou Njie Sedi, was rejected. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I am Mafuji Sise.